Hey, what's up, guys? Tukey here, back again. This is Rebuilding Hockey Town, and it is once again time to start our journey to the Cup. It is our first round matchup against the Tampa Bay Lightning here in round one. As far as our lineup goes, everything remains the same. This is the team that got us to this point. Well, Tolvanen wasn't around for the entire season, but the bottom line is things are looking pretty damn good. I did at least remember that I did put Ian Scott in between the pipes. He will be our starter to begin this series. But before we begin, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay lineup. What are we going up against? A 39-win team against a 60-win team. And as you can see, they still have Steven Stamkos as their captain. I'm not all that surprised, of course, with the contract he has in-game. But let's see what else we are up against. And that is still a really good top line, isn't it? That is still a really good top line. Jonathan Drouin, Steven Stamkos, and Nikita Kucherov. Yikes. And I saw these guys, and you guys saw them, at the top, or near the top of the scoring race in the league, so that's going to be tough. Second line, Riley Tufte. We know he had a pretty decent season. He could absolutely rip us to shreds, and I'm scared to death of that. He plays on the second line with Vlad Nemesnikov and Tomas Tatar. Decent addition there. Third line, Boris Tkachuk is with Braden Point and Colin Wilson, who's listed as a depth forward at an 85 overall. But that's a really good third line. And then the fourth line, it doesn't get any easier. Alex Killorn, Dominic Turgeon, who we also traded to Tampa, and Drake Caggiula. I really like their team. That is a good damn team, man. Flat out. That is a really good team. Now, if it was up to me, I'd probably swap Killorn with Colin Wilson, but still, that is a really good team. Or probably get Drake Caggiula on the line with Braden Point and Tkachuk. You'd have a really good speed. But that's crazy. And then defensively, all right, you have Victor Hedman, who is Victor Hedman, with Jared McIsaac, who was the 4th overall pick from the 2018 draft, up to an 88 overall. 96 passing. Damn. Damn. Second pairing is Michael Matheson with Eric Cernak, who, of course, they acquired in the Ben Bishop trade. So cool to see him develop into a player for them, although his puck skills category is pretty rough. And then the third pairing, Jack Johnson with Jake Dotchin. Please don't knee-on-knee contact any of my players, please. 98 aggressiveness, at least that category has turned out to be accurate. The goaltender is Andrei Vasilevsky, 86 overall, and the backup is Eugene Bancroft, who we just traded to them in the last episode. Scratched players include Adam Ernie, who we also just traded back to them, Anthony Cirelli, and Dennis Yan. So the Lightning, shockingly, only had 39 wins. I feel comfortable in saying that. With the team that they have, you would expect them to be better. And I mean, you look at their stats, 96 rated offense. We could be in trouble here. I don't really feel like I'm exaggerating when I say that. There could be trouble for us in this series. They are no joke. They have a very strong team. We need to be firing on all cylinders. We need to bring our A game, or we could be in a hell of a lot of trouble. But it is time to find out what's going to happen. First period of Game 1. And it starts off with a goal apiece. Taylor Hall and Nikita Kucherov, those two could be just trading goals back and forth throughout this entire series. Second period, can we gain the lead? Oh, God, there it is. Jonathan Drouin and Alex Killorn, and we are down 3-1 heading into the third period on home ice. We're going to start the sim. Let's go. Our offense, bottom line, we need more than one goal. We need more than one goal. So at the moment, I don't blame Ian Scott. We couldn't convert on that power play, and then we couldn't kill that one off for Tampa. Nemesnikov makes it 4-1, and the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to roll to a victory in the first game of this series. 4-1 final. Taylor Hall got the first goal of the game, and from there, it was all Tampa, and that top line. Oh, that top line had their way with us in that game. Damn. That's That's not good now, is it? And again, I don't blame Ian Scott. We only scored 1 goal. We need to be better than that. That goes without saying. When you look at who we have on the top 6, it needs to be better. It just flat out needs to be better. Let's see here. Dylan Larkin too, buddy. You got to step up. I put my faith in you. Unfortunately for you, if you can't rise to the occasion in this postseason, we are going to have to let you go because of the talent level that we have coming up through the system. So a lot of pressure on Dylan Larkin here, but we're going to jump right into game 2. No changes yet. Not hitting the panic button just yet. Let's see what we can do. First period of game 2 on home ice. It was already going, and Cole Lind gets that lone goal. The opening goal of the game and the lone goal of the first period. 11 shots apiece, but we were able to strike first. Not too bad. A big goal for Cole Lind as well. One of the players who, picked him over some others that could have been solid additions to the lineup, including Taylor Radish even, who just recently signed his real-life contract with the Tampa Bay Lightning. So congrats to him. But anyway, back on track. Second period here. Can we maintain that lead? Because of Owen Tippett, yes we can. Tippett makes it 2-0, but then Steven Stamkos once again makes it a 1-goal game. Third period, let's go. Owen Tippett's goal holding up as the winner for the moment. Whether or not it stays that way, we shall find out. Halfway through the third period, I'd really like us to get an insurance goal. Not that I don't have faith in you guys, but I'd really like that insurance goal. Although, I've said it a million times, I swear this game can hear you. I swear it can hear you and react to what you're saying. Although we might not need it. Words that I never wish came to mind. We're going to overtime. Drake Caggiula ties it with 50 seconds to go. Let's do this. Overtime. Will it end early as the game likes to have it do? Maybe not. We at least escape the first 5 minutes. Power play for the Lightning. We kill that off. We're not out of danger yet. And see, now we're in a half-decent spot. Halfway through the overtime. Colin Wilson. And we are down 2-0 to the Tampa Bay Lightning after a 60-win season. It's one thing to have fallen behind against Montreal last year, guys, but I don't know if you noticed, you just won 60 games. Thankfully, Grand Rapids have qualified for the playoffs, so I'm feeling a little bit better. Wow. We are in a very bad spot. Ian Scott only has a .904 save percentage. We're going to turn to Chris Dreger. And I can't wait for the comments if we get kicked out in round 1. Told you should have gone with Jari, but it's like, yeah, maybe. Maybe, but I wanted to put my faith in Ian Scott. That second line is just not contributing whatsoever. So what we're going to do to rectify that, and how's the first line doing? Somewhat quiet. All right. I'm going to put Taylor Hall on the second line because that worked last year. I'm going to put Andrei Svechnikov on the second line. What else do I want to do here? I'm going to bump Benoit. We'll keep Benoit Guerreau on the fourth line. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's have Yamamoto, Larkin, Lind, Hall, Dahlin, Svechnikov, Tolvin, and Hischier, Tippett. Let's see how that goes, shall we? It's already kind of time to start making adjustments. So we turn to Chris Dreger. We make some lineup changes as we head to Tampa Bay for Game 3. It could be disastrous if we fall short here. We need to win this game. Let's go. First period, of Game 3. And it is scoreless. We outshot them 15-8, but that's a win for Tampa because they didn't give up a goal. Second period. What's going to happen here? I hit the A button already. There we go. And thankfully, Owen Tippett gets the lone goal, 28 shots to 13, and we finally have taken advantage of that. The goal early on in the second period for Tippett. We have the 1-0 lead. Third period. Let's go. Come on. We've played well so far. Every time. Every fucking time. Oh my god. Braden Point scores on Dreger. Thomas Tatar scores on Scott. So I guess Dreger's hurt. Oh my god. Please no. What is this team doing? What is this team doing? Holy hell. We are down 3-0 in the first round to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh my god. Andrei Vasilevsky standing on his head. And we are down 3-0 in the first round to the Lightning. I don't want to believe it. But after a 60-win season, we are facing the possibility of being swept. Wow. I tried to get Tristan Jarry. Oh my god. Scott, come on, man. Come on. You had a really good starting season. I had so much faith in you. Don't let me down here. We have to go back to the line combos that got us here, that give us the best chance to win. And we will hope for the best. Defensively, despite the line combos for the most part not being terrible, I am going to break up that second line. We're going to go with Liljegren. Let's have Nicholas Haig with Rasmus Dahlin. And we'll have Darnell Nurse with Philip Hronik. And let's see if we can avoid being swept. I can't believe I'm saying that. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Let's see if we can avoid being swept in the first round. Wow. Didn't think I'd be saying that in this episode. Game 4. Game 4 in Tampa. Here we go. Here we go. First period. It's a goal apiece. Owen Tippett just continues to deliver for us. But Boris Tkachuk gets the goal back. Alright. 15 shots to 9 and being tied. That's not terrible. Second period. Oh my god, no. Tolvanen made it 2-1. But then Riley Tufte and Nikita Kucherov make it a 3-2 game. We have 20 minutes left to fix this or we're getting swept in the first round. Here we go. I can't believe this. Oh my god, Nikita Kucherov just made it 4-2. We're going to get swept by the Lightning. We are going to get swept by the Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round, barring a miracle. A 60-win season. A President's Trophy. Down the drain. As defending Stanley Cup champions, to win the Cup in the way that we did, to win 60 games the next year, and then get to the playoffs and get curb stomped by the Tampa Bay Lightning. I am nearly at a loss for words. And yes, I saw Liljegren's pissed. He can be pissed all he fucking wants. Wow. Well, our only option now is to follow along with Grand Rapids. Now that they've made the playoffs. We'll follow along for as long as their journey goes. We'll sim to the end of the postseason. And we'll take it from there. We just got swept by Tampa in the first round. I am genuinely at a loss for words. I don't understand how that team that performed so well, the fact that we got Chris Dreger as a backup, We brought in Eli Tolvanen. The fact that we improved our team. But maybe what it did come down to was Ian Scott not being ready for prime time in the playoffs. Maybe that's what it came down to. Obviously some players underperformed. We'll take a look and we'll fully dissect the team in just a moment once we get to the end of the postseason here. Thankfully Grand Rapids are one win away from going to the Calder Cup Finals again. They lose to the Gulls there in Game 5. They lose to the Gulls in Game 6. Don't do this to me, please. Don't do this to me. Thank God. Oh, thank God. All right, well, Grand Rapids once again in the Calder Cup Finals playing the Hartford Wolfpack. Let's see what happens. They barely avoided disaster. They barely avoided disaster against the Gulls, losing 2 straight games. But then they go on to the final, and they sweep Hartford and win the Calder Cup. They sweep Hartford and win the Calder Cup. Unbelievable. The St. Louis Blues ended up being the Stanley Cup champions. I'm happy for the Griffins, but I'm still just in a state of shock, as I'll get you guys a look at the bracket really quick. Tampa went on to lose in the next round to Ottawa in 6 games, and the Sens were swept in the finals by the Blues. And then once again, Grand Rapids have won the Calder Cup. What we have been able to do with that team year in and year out now has been amazing. You look in the playoffs, Pascale, Russell, who was a throwaway signing, a great mix of future prospects and solid throwaway signings. But here's the problem. Owen Tippett was a point-a-game player. He tried his damnedest. Sorry, Arvey, decent as a third-pairing defenseman. Taylor Hall had 2 points in 4 games. That's not good enough. Eli Tolvanen had 1 point in 4 games. That's not good enough. Hronek had 1 point. Not good enough. Not good enough. And I could go all the way down the list. Dahlin, Hischier. Man, Dylan Larkin had no points. So bottom line is, our team underperformed. Our team collapsed under the pressure. Everybody. It's not just Ian Scott. And I know his save percentage is going to be pretty rough, as is his goals against average. Nobody performed as well as they should have. Dreger did all right in his 1 game, although he got pulled. He had a .947 save percentage. I'm not sure why he got pulled. I don't think he faced that many shots. 19 shots against. Man. Should Jari have been our goalie? Maybe. But would Jari have been able to lead this team to victory with how much they underperformed? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. Wow. All right. Let's take a look at the awards and wrap this episode up, because we are done. We won the President's Trophy, and it meant absolutely nothing. We take a look at the player awards. Tolvanen won the Art Ross. It means nothing. Rantanen won the Hart. Hronek won the Norris. Of course he did. Tarasenko the Lady Byng. The Calder to Velarde. Billy Husso the Conn Smythe. Holtby the Vezina and the Jennings. Logan Stanley the Masterton. The Selke to Kopitar. Rantanen to Ted Lindsay. Casey Middlestott led the league in goals. Down in the AHL, 3 consecutive and 4 in the last 5 years for the Grand Rapids Griffins. We have never had that level of success in the AHL. It is insane. And the turning point for them was the Dreger trade and getting Luukkonen down in the AHL. That was amazing. Kirill Kaprizov scored the most points. Zach Smith was the league MVP. Bartley, the goal-scoring leader, as well as the Rookie of the Year. Eddie Shore Award went to Jockton Cheney. Joseph Wall was the best goaltender in the AHL. Luukkonen was the MVP of the playoffs for the 2nd consecutive year. That is his team. He had Hamhuis, Noah Carroll, and Lindgren. Guys, that will do it for an incredibly incredibly disappointing episode of Rebuilding Hockey Town. And in the next few episodes, it doesn't get any easier, as once again, we have to make a ton of decisions on who stays and who goes. Will it be an end of an era for Dylan Larkin? Will Eli Tolvanen stick around on this team? Defensively, what will happen? Who will make the jump for both sides? Is Ian Scott our guy? Or will I go and maybe get Tristan Jarry again? Will Tristan Jarry be a free agent and make it very easy for us? So many questions, and it all begins with the draft in the next episode, although I don't necessarily plan on making too many picks. We'll have to wait and see. So maybe it'll be one combined off-season video. I don't yet know. But I want to say I'm looking forward to it, but at the moment I'm disgusted to even look at the logo. Guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode, though. If you did, of course, make sure to hit that like button to help support the video and the channel, and subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and others. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Rebuilding Hockey Town.